Everyone out here trying to reinvent the wheel. Why? Just figure out how to make it roll better. You don't, the wheel is already so good. We've been using it for thousands of years. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Instead, switch your thinking. Figure out how you can make it roll better. Oh, you know what? If we put some air in this thing, it rolls a little smoother. If we put some tread on it, hey, you know what? We're not going to be slipping and sliding when we go to turn. Keep life the same way. Quit trying to reinvent the wheel. People always ask me, Dylan, what's the best exercise? What's the best exercise for this? The best exercise is the one that you can do consistently. The one that you like to do. I could tell you that overhead tricep extensions are the best exercise for your long head. But if you don't like doing those, then you're going to be less likely to actually, go and do the movement, and therefore your long head probably won't grow. So just find another movement that hits your long head. It's no big deal. There's hundreds. Don't let anybody tell you you have to use this attachment at this height with this weight or else your triceps are not going to grow. No, that is not true. There's no one way to skin this cat. All right. One of my coworkers, Grace, if you're watching this is basically what I was trying to say. And to everybody else watching out there, sometimes you just got to think like a caveman, okay? Trust me, it sounds silly, but it works. It helps you keep your goals mainstream, instead of overcomplicating it. You want to get strong? Go lift heavy object on a consistent basis. Your body will adapt and get strong. You want to lose weight? Put your less food, less energy than you burn. You don't have to go all complicated, freaking meal prepping, macro tracking. You don't have to go too crazy. I mean, tracking your calories is definitely going to help, without a doubt, because you have that certainty that I am in a deficit. But you don't have to use any crazy tricks. Fitness is simple. You can make anything simple, but it does not mean that it's going to be easy. I make everything sound so simple, but do not confuse it with easy. Yeah, I made my diet simple by just hitting my protein, staying in deficit, lift heavy objects. That's what I prioritize. Those are the 3 simple ingredients that allowed Dillon to become who he is today. But it's not easy to do all these things on a regular basis. It probably never will be, because it's not supposed to be. However, the way you keep going, the way you keep staying in your deficit, the way you keep going to the gym, the way you accomplish that consistency is to make it as easy as possible for yourself. Now, I'm not saying go to the gym and train easy. I'm saying find a way to go in there and train as hard as you can that's easy for you to do on a regular basis. I tell people what I do, and then they're like, oh, well, I can't go to the gym at 10 a.m. I can't do that. And it's like, well, that's fine. You don't have to. There's, you want to work out at 3 a.m., go work out at 3 a.m. You want to do push-ups on your lunch break, do that. Whatever you like to do, But back to caveman ideology, here's another thing. If you go back way in ancient times, cavemen did not stay in their cave 24 hours a day. So go outside. Just remember, go outside, remember what it feels like. Just find if you're not somebody who does any sort of physical activity at the moment, I've been there, but just go out there and find some physical activity you enjoy. Do something that kind of takes you back to your roots. As humans, what did we used to do in ancient times? We used to, really all we did was survive. You know, it kind of sounds boring, but I bet you cavemen were busy sharpening spears with a rock, going out there. And if you don't know this, we don't sprint tigers down. We don't sprint after animals like that. It's a process when humans used to hunt. Basically, if you don't already know this, humans are one of the best creatures on the planet for endurance. We can walk for miles and miles on end without breaking a sweat. You know, it's just something that comes along with walking on 2 feet. So the way we used to hunt is, yeah, a cheetah, a leopard, all these animals are quicker than us. But once they run away, they leave footprints. We just keep following them. We just keep following them until they get tired. You know, it kind of sounds a little sad, but that's reality. I am getting a little off topic, but, you know, humans were not meant to just sit around inside all day and, well, watch TikTok, you know? Just go out there and remember what it's like to be human, to interact with the world. Go pick up something heavy. Go get your heart rate up, you know? Like, I don't know who needs to hear this right now, but if you have not done any physical activity this week, tomorrow, I just want you to go on a walk. You know? There's no amount of exercise that is insignificant. Did you do a push-up? That counts. You did some exercise. Now, is it better to do more push-ups? Yeah. But one push-up will always be 100% better than 0 push-ups. Walking 1 mile will always be 100% better than not walking at all. It's just something to think about, you know? Like why do I go on a walk? Oh, well, number one, just because usually it's nice out, but even when it's not nice out, like today I went on a walk and it was pretty gloomy. It was actually pretty cold. It's like, Dylan, it's not even nice out. Why don't you just do your walking at the gym, do some incline walking? Why do you throw on your 30-pound backpack and go, well, people ask me, how do you enjoy that? Well, it's because of a few factors. Number one, I know the benefits that come with me walking around with that 30-pound backpack. I mean, it's transformed my core. It's an easy form of cardio to do, and it's peaceful. That's my favorite one. It's peaceful. If you haven't just sat with yourself in a while and enjoyed some solitude, I would try it. Sometimes the best company can be yourself. You know, like I love talking to people. I love my friends, but sometimes Dillon wants to listen to his own input. You know, my mom got me a shirt that actually says, sometimes I need expert advice, so I talk to myself. Now, Dillon's not crazy. He's not actually like going full like schizophrenic, having a conversation with another Dillon in front of him. But I do definitely, I guess, talk to myself in my brain. My inner monologue is always going, always conjuring up thoughts. You know, just one day, just sit down, just look at like a blank wall or go outside, just look up at the sky and just run through your thoughts. You know, the important ones, the not important ones, filter out. It sounds silly, but it's kind of like spring cleaning for your brain, you know? I would almost call it meditative. I mean, like when I get done making these videos, sometimes I'll just sit in here and just look out at the sky and just enjoy the solitude. It's peaceful. You don't realize how many creative thoughts that'll just come to you when you do this. So Next time you're bored and you just have nothing to do, just try being bored. Sometimes it can actually be a little fun, ironically. But anyway, that's all Dillon had on his mind for right now. But don't worry, I'll be back.